Well, I think one, I mean, they have continued to do well on the boards. They're moving the ball extremely well. They got guys playing at a high level. Um, you can see, they're playing like the past Van Gundy teams, you know, paint, and threes. And so they can stretch you. They can, go get the offensive rebound and finish. They can shoot the three. They can do a lot of things. They can just post you up. They got guys that they can just directly post up. So for us, we got to protect the paint. We got to rebound the ball. If we can't rebound the ball, taking it out of the net, that's not going to help us any tonight.
Jason, has this game become a bit more important knowing that this is the last of a homestand before a three-game tough road trip coming up?
Yeah, they're all important at home. We've struggled the last 5 minutes or 6 minutes at home, so we got to figure out how to get better that way. And this ends our longest home stand of the year to go back out on the road. So we got to find a way to get a win.
Going 14-0 in this season, when you hold opponents under 90 points, without Jabari Parker, do you have to do anything differently or accelerate your defense?
No, I think we're still in the process of learning how to play defense. We're trying to learn to play both ends, and so with a shortened roster of 11 guys, it's hard to play both ends. A lot of guys don't play both ends in this league, and when you lose a Jabari Parker who can play both ends, you ask the next guy up. So for us, we're a young team still learning how to win, how to play defense, how to play as a team. And so, the guys are doing it at a high level. It's just a matter of can we continue this until the break.
Struggling the last 5, 6 minutes at home, you're talking about, can you point to one or two things that might be
Young,
that you got to fix?
young. Nothing to fix. It's being young, being a new group, understanding tendencies. So, is there something to fix? You're going to make mistakes throughout the game, but when you have a live ball turnover that leads to a layup or a three-point play, that hurts you. You got to get a shot, and we're trying to see how many uncontested shots we can get, and we get a lot of those. So now the next step is to be able to make them.
What do you think you've accomplished in the first half of this season in
Uh, we,
terms of establishing what you want to get done here?
Nothing yet.
Nothing?
No, we haven't accomplished anything. We still got a long ways to go. When you look at what we've done, we've played, I think, 42 games. So, you know, this isn't about a sprint. It's a marathon. So, after 82 games, then we can probably answer that question.
Have you changed the culture, though, in your mind?
Oh, you're saying on the floor? Off the floor, we've done probably a lot. The culture is changing. We're the second youngest team. We're, I think, enjoying, understanding what it means to be a team, be a professional, on and off the floor. So those things are, we're, I think, as a whole changing. I think when you talk about the Bucks, people are excited than they have been in the past. So that's all good stuff. But what we're looking at is something bigger.
What would making the playoffs mean for this team?
You got to ask those guys that, the players. As a coach, I think it's a great feat, but that doesn't, if we make it or don't make it, doesn't mean that we didn't have a successful season.
Right, but with young players, is that playoff experience, is that pretty important?
Yeah, I think it's always important when you look at maybe Atlanta last year, right? It was between them and the Knicks, and Atlanta makes it. They got that playoff experience, and they're playing at a very high level right now. So maybe that experience, I don't think you can ever downplay experience, especially in the playoffs.
Do you remember the last time that you didn't make the playoffs?
When I didn't,
Yeah.
My rookie season.
Does that still kind of stand out to you? Just because it's almost an expectation. Is it like an expectation just for you?
Oh, no, I don't look at it that way. That became a norm, right? So when you create habits, that becomes your norm, and you pretty much expect to make it. So I think it was my first 2 years in Dallas. We didn't make it. We came close, I think, that first year, and then I get traded to Phoenix, and ever since then I made the playoffs.
Jason, did you have expectations where you wanted to be at midseason, and are you there? Have you been
Uh,
playing?
we wanted to be a team, and try to create the atmosphere of playing as a team, and we're probably a little ahead of schedule of that. I we got that kind of accomplished after the game one, after losing a big lead. When you find out real quick if you're going to separate and become an I team, and the guys, that was a bitter taste in our mouth of going down there and losing, but we came back and got a win here at home. And I think, guys, have stayed the course of being a team and not an individual of I. And you look around the league, the teams that are playing as a team, as a whole, are the best teams in the league right now.
Coach, have you been able to get from Kenyon Martin what you thought you would when you brought him in?
Yeah, a voice, a veteran guy that can, use his experience, share his experience with players. Sometimes we look at older players that they have to play at a high level on the floor, but there's no better way to learn this game while you have someone talking to you on the bench or at dinner or at practice. So, when we look at our team, Duz and Zaza were our vets, and so we felt that Kmart can share stories, also understand what it means to be tough and professional on and off the floor as someone that can help with these young guys.
But you got a guy who's like Jennings, who's hot as he's been lately as a jump shooter. Does that change at all how you're trying to defend him than maybe you did earlier in the season when he was struggling?
He's playing great, so you can try to take away the three or take away the jump shot, but he's a guy that can, dribble and get to the basket. So he's playing at a very high clip right now. So, we got to try to make sure that he doesn't get into that comfort zone.